Hello, I'm back again. Thank you for tuning in. I wanted to post a video that is addressing some of the legal concerns and legal issues specifically related to this injury. One of my family members reached out after seeing another one of my videos, and they contacted a legal representative to discuss with me something that I was unaware of. And so I thought it was important to talk about, just in case any of you might have issues that have related or have resulted from being deployed, and that maybe this information might be able to help you. The information is regarding the Defense Base Act, the DBA. Now, the Defense Base Act is something that resulted from multiple contractors and government civilians who were in deployment. There is no front lines out in Iraq or Afghanistan. So basically you're in a combat zone and you were injured in some way, shape, or form that has caused a temporary or permanent injury. Now, the DBA was put into place because there were no protections prior. And it was something that was brought up not just to Congress, I believe, but may have actually reached the Supreme Court, although I have to do more homework on that. But the DBA is not something that was actually well advertised to those of us who had deployed to OIF, either in Iraq or Afghanistan. And so although it was really exciting to be able to hear that there was a protection out there that could result in getting money to help veterans, civilian contractors, or civilian government employees in terms of, helping them with medical bills or helping them with living assistance or anything, because they were damaged permanently from the activities that we did downrange. The DBA only has a 1-year statute of limitations. So I was so excited and grateful to hear from my family member that this was out there and available, and they'd actually contacted a lawyer for me. But in talking with that lawyer, they said that all the injuries that I have, everything that I have experienced over the past 10 years would qualify 100% for the DBA and probably would have financially covered us completely, except that it has a 1-year statute of limitations. So it was pretty heartbreaking knowing that this was something that could have helped us, because all of these medical procedures have not been covered except for by minimal insurance. And as a result, it has financially hurt us pretty badly. Additionally, my career has just been completely wiped out. I've mentioned before that in order to help participate financially in keeping my family afloat, I have now become an atelier. Thank goodness for my mom. She taught me how to sew when I was a little kid. And those skills have now resulted in a rather strong, robust business that is escalating. Like right now, I can't keep up with the amount of work that I have. So it would have been great to know about the DBA before. The injuries that I have sustained, they stemmed from the work in Iraq. I started off with microfractures, but then, and that would have been covered. I was given a situation that I couldn't get out of. I had a lot of gear that I had to carry. The gear was not fit to small statured people. Not a well-known fact is that the gear that is built for the Army and for the Marines is meant for people over the size of 5'10". So if you are under that, which is male or female, if you are under that stature, the chances of you getting ankle injuries or any type of other body injuries is pretty high. So the DBA would have covered that. According to the lawyers that I spoke to, it would have covered it 100%. And they were very sorry. They apologized a lot. They felt horrible that they weren't able to help. But unfortunately, part of the provision that, getting this DBA enacted was that it only gives you a year to file a claim. So I'm kind of stuck in the outsides of those parameters and, unfortunately not able to take advantage. But if you deployed and you were in theater and got injured, I would definitely get in contact with a DBA lawyer, because this is something that is so critical and so important, because contractors were used extensively in Iraq and Afghanistan to help war efforts and to play support roles for our military. And since our military is not conscripted, volunteership it's almost necessary that you have contractors in theater to help support the military, because the numbers just aren't there unless you have a conscripted military force. Additionally, we don't fight anymore in force-on-force contact. There is no front line, essentially. And so anybody who goes in theater has the potential for being harmed, because there is no line. There is no, you're going to the front. Instead, the enemy can reach you anywhere. So even if you thought you were safe, you were protected on a base, the chances of you getting hurt are just as high as if you left the wire. So, again, I wish this was information that I had before. I'm grateful to my family member for reaching out. Unfortunately, it doesn't apply to me. But please, if you think that even a small chance is there for you to utilize this service and be able to receive compensation, take a look. There's so many of us who are kind of left out there who wound up with serious injuries and weren't able to get help. And if there is any chance that you might be able to use this, please do it. It doesn't take long to look it up. And, the lawyers that I spoke to were really, really great about providing information. They're out of Florida. I'm not going to give them, their information, because, there's probably people in your area, but look up DBA lawyers, and please take the chance, because so many people have been injured from these wars. And although many of us are not regretful, and many of us would have, we were glad to serve, we're facing lifetimes of injuries, and certain financial assistance, certainly financial assistance would have been great and helpful. And I just strongly encourage you to take a look at it. Again, I wish I had this information, 9 years ago. But, if someone else can be helped, then, I'm glad to share the information with you. So that's it for this post. I will be posting other information as it comes forward. But I do hope that it does help someone. But look it up, the Defense Base Act, and please, please, please do it soon, so that if there is a chance that you can get assistance, you are not stuck out in the cold because of time constraints. All right. Have a great day.